were missing an opportunity to impact our business, to connect with our clients, to increase the profits, revenue, and referrals that are coming in. And what we recognized was we really were missing a huge opportunity, and it came in what we developed, which is now a concept in our office called the chain game. And so in our office, we play the chain game. And so what we've got is a little chain we're going to build as a nice visual, so that if you don't remember anything else, you remember our nice volunteers up here with their little carabiners and the whole chain game. And basically the concept in a nutshell is, for years we would get referred to an individual. And it could be like, let's say Vivian. Vivian calls in and says, "Hey Todd, I'm calling you because I was referred by my friend Greg. I work with Greg, and Greg said I needed to get in touch with you because we're looking to purchase a condo." Perfect. Happens a lot in your business. I'm sure it happens in our business. And what we would do is we would visit with Vivian, we would have a great conversation, and then we would pick up the phone and call Greg and say, "Greg, thank you so much for referring Vivian. We spent some half an hour with her on the phone. We're going to be able to help her get that little condo, and that's all because of you. That's so important in my business. Thank you." But what we found Scott and I were dissecting all this is that's where it would hit. And the chain game, what we came up with is, let's take it all the way back to the original source. So now what we do is we pick up the phone and we call Mickey. And we say, "Mickey, I just spent about a half hour with a wonderful young lady named Vivian, and you don't even know who Vivian is. She's a stranger to you, but she's looking to purchase a condo, and I got introduced to her from Greg, and I know you know Greg because you guys work together. And 2 years ago, you referred Greg over because he was doing some refinancing and some questions. And because of that referral, 2 years ago, my business today is growing. Thank you." That's a powerful conversation for 30 seconds. It doesn't cost anything. So we're working our way back up the chain. Well, now imagine that Mickey was actually introduced by his mom, Lynn. Well, you can kind of see that as you work your way up, you have an opportunity to get into a conversation that you're not even asking for business. You're actually coming from a place of gratitude to say thank you. And some of these folks, you just had this before we left.
Yeah, I had one that went 7 deep just last week. I started with, I just wrote the name down real fast here, a kid named Tim, coming in to buy his first home. He was referred by Jana. So normally, like Todd's saying, I called Jana and said, "Hey, thanks, I met with Tim, I appreciate that." Then I went back to Debbie, who referred Jana. And then I went back to Joanna, who works with Debbie, she's a school teacher. Thanked her. I went back to Gary, who referred Joanna. Had a great conversation with him for about 20 minutes. Then called Juanita, who referred Gary. It was great because I haven't talked to Juanita for probably 4 months now. Come to find out, her health is poor. She's having minor strokes. We just had a great bonding moment about her health and her life and all that. It was great. And then I went back to Steve, who referred Juanita, and thanked him. I said, "You're number 7 on this list, 7 deep. My business is still growing because you referred Juanita 12 years ago. And now look, I've got a new client, and I actually have an appointment to go to lunch with Steve next week when I get back." So great conversations. It felt good though, because like Todd said, I wasn't calling for anything. I was calling to say thank you. I was calling to express gratitude. It was a great phone call. I reconnected with 7 people that I haven't talked to for a while.
What we'll do, so you can have your little visual, is we're going to just hook this up. So we've got Vivian, we've got Greg, we've got Mickey, and then you've got where it all starts. With Bob. And so the game we play is let's get the chain game. Because as we go up, that's a powerful, profitable phone call for our business.